So you saw the title. I quit DJing full time. I took some time away from making music and making content earlier this year. There's a lot of reasons for that. I hit this massive writer's block. A lot of that had to do with my schedule. There was a lot of lack of consistency with the lifestyle I was living, which was a given, to be fair, with DJing. You're not gonna know when you're gonna have a party. It could be any time. There was periods where I would work 3 gigs in 17 hours and not get any sleep. When I got home, I just didn't want to touch any music, which was my outlet and is still my outlet, but I felt like I couldn't go to it anymore. I felt like my time was slipping away. I had to cancel a lot of things. We would get texted for office hours the night before, which is completely up to my boss, and I talked to him about it. He said he would fix it, and things got a little better towards the end, but for the most part it was not so great. I ended up leaving the DJ company I was at for a lot of reasons. The schedule was the least impactful one on my decision. I lived in Illinois and I had a year lease on a house. I moved back to expand the DJ company I was at down the shore. My boss asked me to move back, and that decision was very hard for me, and I did. And when I came back, I was pretty much only up north. I was driving 4 to 6 hours a day. I moved back in October, and in June my lease ended, so I was planning on talking to my boss in June. But he kind of made my decision for me. Right before June 1st, he asked me to move up north. I moved from Illinois to New Jersey for this position, and when he asked me to move up north, it just confirmed everything I was already thinking. And my lease was ending in Illinois, which I was paying for the entire year, or I guess, well, 7 months, 8 months. And I actually gave it some thought, because how do you say no to the thing you've been working towards for so long? I've been DJing since 2019, so to say no to an opportunity like that is huge. He wanted me to be his partner eventually in the company and to pretty much run a down the shore office. And when he asked me that question to move up north, I felt like our plans were pointless, so I quit. At one of my last events, he talked to me again. He was like, "I don't want to lose you. What's the real reason you were leaving?" And I told him, like, honestly, I don't really trust that you're gonna make good on your word. He made some more promises to me, so I said I'd stay, and to his credit, he started coming down the shore. We started looking at venues, but by that point I realized some of the underlining things, like texting the night before for certain things, the schedule, and there's a few other things that I won't get into. The trust was already kind of broken for me, because again, I moved back from Illinois to New Jersey, specifically to expand down the shore. I was here for like 7-8 months, and nothing happened. And then it wasn't until I said I was leaving that there was a change. And it's not like I didn't talk to him about it before, I did, but there was no action until I said I was leaving, and I sat on it for a bit and I was like, yeah, I don't want to partner with this. It definitely sucks, and I was definitely torn up about it, but by the time I left, I already had made my decision. I kind of realized that the life that I ultimately wanted wasn't what I thought it would be. I definitely realized that this year. Also, DJing, I kind of accomplished everything that I ever wanted to. We actually shut down streets for some of our parties in Illinois, and I got to DJ clubs, bars. 1,200 people were at some of these events. I got to do weddings, Sweet 16s, corporate events, you name it. I pretty much did everything, and that is something I will always be grateful for. The question I asked myself a lot was, what do I want out of life? Ultimately, I decided to take a step back from DJing. What's cool though is after I quit officially, the next weekend I DJ'd at a bar on the boardwalk near my house. I had my family, a lot of my friends came out. I went to this boardwalk my entire childhood, and it was a really great time. Having my friends and family come out to that event that I booked on the boardwalk I grew up at was so so special for me, because in Illinois I had my friends come out to a lot of my gigs, but I never had that in New Jersey, and to have that at the place I grew up, on the boardwalk I grew up at, with my family and friends that I grew up with, was just like a perfect closing event to that 2.5 years of DJing full time, and felt like a perfect send-off, I'm pretty content with what I've done. And I'm really proud of it. That's not to say that I won't be DJing. I also secured a residency at that bar. I went back there quite a few times, and I'll be coming back next summer. Pretty nice residency secured in my hometown, which was another one of my goals. I will do weddings, I will still do bars and clubs. I'm going back to Illinois soon, and I will DJ there as well. It's funny, me and my brother both quit things at the same time. I quit DJing full-time, and he just quit boxing. Me and him have really bonded over that. You know, you put almost your purpose into what you thought your life would be, what you thought you were meant to do. And if you put all of your purpose into that, when you lose that thing, you lose part of your purpose, and you feel very, terrible about it. And that was me for a long time. It's really nice to go through that with my brother. Sometimes you can really get caught up in one thing that is your purpose, but we're so much more than just one thing. For me personally, what I want out of life is a family. I want a schedule where I can make plans with my friends and not have to bail on them at the last minute. Yeah, it's kind of awesome. Going back to the writer's block though, now that I have quit DJing full time, I got all of my creativity back, and the consistency with my schedule now has really helped me be able to make more things that I want to make and really enjoy making music, really enjoy DJing again. Don't get me wrong, I never took for granted how much I was DJing, but there was definitely gigs where I looked up and I'm like, I don't even want to be here right now, which is ridiculous because this is all I ever wanted to do. So, that being said, I have an album out right now called Insomnia. That's 14 songs. I'm really proud of it. I think it's my best work so far. I will have some videos coming out going into the making of both my albums and some of my older music, which is, you'll see. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. I also made a little deal with myself after I quit and then I went back to the company for that month. I told myself if I ever do quit DJing full time, that I will be going to a lot more live shows, go to some more concerts, because, you know, DJing full time for 2.5 years, you don't have many weekends off. I went to a few punk shows in Illinois, a few punk houses, which was really cool, really enjoyed it. I made good on that. Before I even quit, I got to see my cousin's band, The Rex, with my family, and my uncle and my brother, his friend. You know, it was great, and he puts on a hell of a show. They all do. Hello, this is all Schmitz from The Rex. I'm not even British, but I'm at all like it. Right now, I just laid down a little bit of bass. We laid down some drums on the keyboard. We have a real drum set here because Pops is sleeping, so put some guitars over the bass now. Eh? I know I'm missing home, and you think I'm alone, and I think you should know that I got pretty girls. Yeah, I got pretty girls taking me home. I wanna wake up with you, I wanna lay there for a while, but that don't change that you're a liar, and you hold yourself up higher and higher. It's time to find the things you wanna say, I've heard them all now anyway, you're such a liar, my favorite lie. Is that it's so peaceful and it's so nice, and there's no squatters, there's no homeless people. It's so, what the fuck is that? Hey! Got any change? Go, get this. Got some food? Get out of here. Ready? See you, boys.
Dude, you have to be behind me. It's the only way this works. I'll walk kind of like a limp, so if anybody tries to say anything, it's like they can't.
Confidence is key.
You're recording.
There goes my script. Hope I didn't miss anything.